Hello and welcome to this mini review of the Philips BDM3270 monitor. As I promised on the forum, I was going to do a little review, so here we go. Sorry for the noise in the background. There's like people mowing their lawn and stuff just when I wanted to review this monitor. Awesome. So anyway, this monitor is a 32-inch VA panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1440 60 Hertz monitor. Before this monitor I owned the also Philips VA panel BDM4065UC. I was not completely happy with that previous monitor, and I'm going to show you immediately what a big difference already is. So I'm just on the site Engadget, and I browse this website quite a lot, but I think it's a good example to show that the ghosting artifacts that were present on the 40-inch are not present on this 32-inch monitor. So if I just move around or just take the window and move around, previously on a 30-inch monitor, the black against the white was so contrasty, it like kind of left a trail wherever it went. So it's very good to see that here this is completely not the case. It's going really smooth, by the way. So here at the bottom we have a couple of buttons. They're quite fiddly. I'm not a big fan. But you can change a couple of settings. You can game, movie, photo, office, smart uniformity. That's the one I use. Because mainly that was the one that I used on the 40-inch also, and that was kind of the best thing that I could do. There's a lot of things you can change on this monitor, and the menu is very familiar, I think, for the Philips 40-inch owners. It's almost exactly the same. Yeah, there's also audio on this monitor, by the way, but I put it off. I don't really want to have audio through this monitor. So as you can see, yeah, I put the smart response on the fastest, and there's like no artifacts or whatever, which was the issue with the Philips 40-inch. You would get with fast moving stuff, you would get at the borders or at the edges, you would get fringing, coloring, stuff that changes is not really what you want. With this monitor it's just not present, and I did notice a slight improve in response time when I started using this the smart response. So I just put that one on. The smart contrast, I don't think it's a bad thing. I used it also on the 40-inch, but also on this monitor. Why? Because the monitor just analyzes how much black there kind of is in the picture and just adjusts the brightness of the screen accordingly. And I think that works quite well. Other than that, it's just the usual stuff. I had to put it manually on this display port 1.2. Other than that, it's just the usual stuff you can like configure. It's alright. I put the gamma on 2.4. I'm not sure if that's if you're allowed to kind of do that. I didn't notice that when you change this, you get like deeper blacks and whatever, but I'm not really sure what the influence is on the image quality or whatever. I'm just even gonna leave it at 2.6 just to test it, because I'm a rebel. Yeah, so that's it. Next up I'm gonna show you gaming performance. Alright, so here we are. I just started up Skyrim. I actually did put off, I have to admit, I did put off the smart response thing. I'm just gonna put it on for you to see what happens. For me, the image was a little bit too bright, and I actually love this game, Skyrim. Everybody probably knows it, and it's a game where black is like really important. You have like a lot of caves, a lot of stuff you have to explore. So I think the blacks here are very important, and in my opinion, your monitor doesn't need to be at like even 75% brightness. It can be a lot less. just to preserve those nice blacks, and you still get a fairly good picture, whatever. So I'm just gonna continue from my last game. I'm not sure if I'm running it maxed, by the way. I have a pretty good 3D card, but it's not top of the bill, or not yet. So yeah, I always get this thing. So yeah, here we go. So this is Skyrim. It's not really a pretty day at the moment. I'm not sure if you can see here that the movement is very smooth. I get a fairly good response. I'm pretty sure that monitors with like 120 hertz and all those new features will be better at responding when you look from left to right. But I think it's okay. I'm coming from a Dell 2410 monitor. It's a couple of years old. And I'm really happy with this. I don't need those ultra fast responses. I'm used to this, and I think it's fairly good. What I can do is just to show you, put off the smart response thing. I haven't tried this myself, not in game, so I'm not sure what influence it will have. I'm just gonna put it off for a second. So it's off now. Yeah, I'm looking around, but I don't really see a humongous difference. Perhaps a little bit. Yeah, there's like a little bit when I move around. You have this rock here, it does become a little bit jittery. So I'm gonna try to put it on again. Oh, these buttons are so fiddly. Smart contrast on, smart response. I'm just gonna put it on fastest, YOLO. So as you can see, I have smart contrast on. I'm just gonna put that off and see what that does to the monitor, but I'm not under the impression. You see, if you move from left to right now, you do have, it's the first time I actually noticed that. When I move from left to right now, the rock does remain like sharper, but there is very, very small amount of artifacting. Perhaps if I put it on another level of smart response, maybe just faster. Okay, we'll go back. Yeah, I do prefer the fastest thing. So it's something to keep in mind. For me personally, if I see it like this now, I will always put it on fastest. There is a small bit of artifacting, but it's really not much. It's not like the Philips 4065 monitor where it was, you just couldn't, I couldn't handle the picture quality or whatever. I'm just gonna like fast travel and hope I end up somewhere where it's like more pretty or whatever. So I hope you see now that like the black values of the screen are just, they're just perfect. Well, for me they are. I think they're really good. You can't compare an IPS monitor. I just hate the IPS glow you get. And also, yeah, most IPS monitors just don't have those good black values. It's just, I think for now, VA panels are the place to be. For me, that is. I'm sure there's a lot of people who prefer TN panels even with faster response times, but for me this is really it. I love these kind of monitors just for the black levels, are just awesome. What I want to show also is you have like these modes here. I was exploring this the other day and I put it on game, and actually if I put it on game I was quite surprised by it. I like it more than I thought I would. It just makes everything a little bit more contrasty, a little bit more shiny and stuff. It works fairly well. I think while playing games, I'm gonna put it on this mode and just play like this. I'm really happy like this. So yeah, That's it for gaming, I think. I'm just thinking out loud if I have to say something else, but I don't think so. I think I'm done here for now. Alright, up to the next chapter. Alright, so now I'm gonna show a small trailer of Star Wars. Just found this on YouTube, put it in 4K just for optimal resolution. I'm just gonna let it play for a while and gonna show you the angles. As you can see, the angles are like pretty good, certainly for a VA monitor. Hope this is filming okay. Sorry for the shaky camera work. Just trying to hold it as straight as I can, but as I can see on my screen for now, I think if you see like backlight bleeding or whatever, it's just the camera that is pushing the ISO limit just to make up for the darkness here in the room. It's really a lot better in person. It's not perfect black. I do feel that that the blacks on the 40-inch were better, absolutely. There's no denying. They were better, but here they're pretty good. And I'm a lot more satisfied with this monitor and its size, because the 40-inch was really, for the way I'm sitting at the desk, it's just too big. It's just too big. So I sold it and I bought this, and I'm actually quite pleased. So, all right. And I think then there's one more thing that was requested on a forum, and that was just gray field of color. So I'm gonna do that just now in Photoshop. So as promised, I'm in Photoshop right now, and I just filled my canvas with just gray. You can barely see probably the outline of it because it's almost the same gray I chose the background. Just gonna press F to go full screen. Just a minute. Maximize it. So here you are. This is the gray area. It's fairly well controlled. There's not much clouding going on. There is a little bit of clouding, but nothing that you can't that I can't bear. And also. I don't see any vertical striping that was present on the BenQ, so that's also good news, I guess. There might be a little vertical banding, but it's really difficult to see. For me, this is fine, so I think this will be the conclusion to my review of the BDM3270 Philips monitor. Overall, pretty good monitor. It's 60 Hz. Don't expect to play competitive first-person shooters on it, but for casual gaming, it's absolutely fine. The colors are great, even when compared to my calibrated Dell 2410 that I used for many years as my color-proof display. And as I said, just for checking movies, just some gaming and general office work, it's just great. And also the resolution, it's not 4K, and I'm content it's not 4K, because 4K for me it was just too big, too much. So this is for me the perfect monitor for now. I hope you enjoyed my review, and if you have any more questions, put them on the forum or leave them down below on my YouTube channel. And enjoy, see you next time. Bye.